What is up, y'all? Hopefully you guys don't hear all the commotion going on in the background. I feel like this mic does a really good job, but y'all, my neighbors are really loud right now. They're having a party. I'm filming this right now on Saturday night, and I'm like, every single Saturday, they always turn up. Like, I want to like send a letter over there. Like, I'm gonna fly my drone over there and drop off a letter, but like, hey, can you invite me? Because every Saturday they play bomb music and they're living it up. And I'm like, why don't you invite me? I'm a good time too. What the hell? Anyways, hopefully you guys don't hear that. But within today's video, I wanted to talk about the Cyrus family, y'all. I was digging into this a little bit more after seeing a new TMZ post about Miley Cyrus speaking out about her dad. And I was like, whoa, there's so much information that I did not know about Noah Cyrus and her mom. And basically, since Miley Cyrus's mom and dad separated, the family got divided. And I didn't know the reason why. And I was like, this is mind-blowing to me. I'm going to be reading several different articles within today's video because I'm like, we have to talk about Noah Cyrus and her mom, and then we have to talk about Miley Cyrus and her dad, and then we have to talk about Billy Ray Cyrus and his soon-to-be ex-wife. I am just, y'all, this is all over the place, but I feel at this point, if the Cyrus family had a reality show, I feel like their numbers would be way higher than the Kardashians. I feel like what is going on in their personal lives is crazy. And I'm like fully invested in it. As soon as I started reading the articles, I was like, damn, this is some juicy stuff right here. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I feel like it's super bizarre. Like, I can't, like, family members doing this to each other. I'm like, whoa, like, it's really, really messy. And I understand why the family is low-key at a little bit of a divide. And I'm just a little bit tripped out by the whole situation. So I wanted to talk about it within today's video. If you guys have not seen, I am trying to do daily uploads. I don't know how long that is going to last, okay? Let me just always say that because y'all just don't start expecting things from me because I will let you down probably. I feel like I suck with, you know, keeping things consistent, but I am trying my hardest, obviously, to get this channel to, like, you know, stay with a certain amount of income, and I have to be consistent with that, but I just suck at that. But I am trying my hardest, so make sure you guys subscribe, like, turn on your post notifications, even though I'm trying to upload at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but just in case that changes, put on your post notifications. Let me shut up. Let's get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is Noah Cyrus and her mom, because I guess I was just living under a rock. I didn't see this. And it's so crazy because I follow the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, TMZ, People, 2Fab. Like, y'all, I follow so many different sites because y'all know that I'm nosy. And I was like, how did I miss this? Because this happened years ago and I just missed it. And it's so crazy because I actually am a fan of Miley Cyrus and I'm a fan of Noah Cyrus's too. Although I will say, I feel like maybe it's a little bit hard for like Noah Cyrus to like blow up because am I tripping or does her voice sound very similar to Miley Cyrus's? I'm like, she has a beautiful voice, but I feel like it sounds very, very similar to Miley's. Anyways, let's go ahead, just in case you guys are like me. I'm sure you guys probably already know the tea on this, but I feel like it ties into everything. Let's go ahead and read this article right here from People about Noah Cyrus, and I think her name's Trish Cyrus, the mom. I don't know if it's Tish or Trish. Tish. Y'all, luckily, I reread that because I was like, in my head, I thought it was Trish. Here I am thinking about Trisha Paytas. Anyways, this is what it says right here. And by the way, this is why the mom, Tish, and Noah stopped talking. It says a source tells People that Noah, 24, was offended. Her mother, 56, married the Prison Break actor, 54, after he and the singer had previously hooked up. First of all, let me unpack this right here, okay? Noah Cyrus was hooking up with the Prison Break actor. I don't have his name right here. I completely forgot. His name's Dominic, but I forget his last name. Anyways, he is 54 years old. She is 24. They have a 30-year age gap, okay? That's already mind-blowing within itself, okay? How is Noah Cyrus hooking up with this 54-year-old man? I guess they stopped hooking up, and then this actor from Prison Break ended up getting with her mom. Y'all, how I did not see this on the news. Obviously it was on the news. This article was old, but I'm like, how I didn't see it. I'm like mind blown by this because I'm like, first of all, you're hooking up with somebody who has a 30-year age gap with you. That's already bizarre within itself. But then your mom is going to end up marrying this man that you were hooking up with. That is so crazy to me. And I guess that obviously led to their downfall. This is what it says right here too. Noah and Dominic were seeing each other in a friends with benefits way off and on. They stopped seeing each other and then Tish started something up. The source says, adding that Tish knew he had been seeing Noah. The fact that, y'all, if my mom ever got with somebody that I was hooking up with, I would be more, like, I don't even think that I would ever be able to, like, look past that. That's so, there's, like, 7 point something billion people on this planet. and you're gonna end up with somebody that your daughter was hooking up with? That's crazy to me. It says, though Noah and Purcell, oh, so his name's Dominic Purcell, had stopped seeing each other when his relationship with Tish started, the source claims Tish never gave Noah the chance to talk about all of this before they got married. The fact that Tish knew that Noah and Dominic were hooking up and still proceeded to get with him and then end up marrying him. Can you imagine how awkward that is? Like, imagine having family dinners like, oh, this is my stepdad. I was hooking up with my stepdad before my mom married him. Like, that is so weird to me. And now I understand why, obviously, there was a falling out. But this is where I get a little bit confused about things, though, is because I had seen for the longest period of time that Miley was so close to Noah. And I guess during the divorce between Tish and Billy Ray Cyrus, Miley Cyrus became super, super close with her mom. And she was like, my mom is my hero. My mom's my best friend. And I guess that her and Noah ended up unfollowing each other on social media. And I'm like, damn, that kind of sucks that obviously, you know, it trickled down into them unfriending each other and obviously having a falling out too. Because I would like to think that maybe they would still be able to be close sisters, but obviously not. Y'all, that's for that drama right there, okay? Let's go get into the Billy Ray drama because I'm just like, oh my gosh. I want to know exactly why they ended up divorcing Tish and Billy Ray, because they were together for such a long period of time. They have so many kids together, and I just feel like their relationship was really good, but it ended up ending, right? And of course, as usual, it's always labeled as, you know, what is it? Amicably, whatever the hell it is. I'm like, no, it's not amicable. Let's go ahead and keep it real. Or irreconcilable differences or whatever the hell it's always labeled as. I'm like, no, give us the tea. Like, we want to know what the real reason is. He is now getting an ex with his, oh my gosh, getting a divorce with his current wife, I guess. I don't know how to word it, y'all. And I'm just so tripped out because this is just so messy. This is what it says right here, and this was actually just printed this week from TMZ. Billy Ray Cyrus divorce drama already getting messy because he's asking for a temporary restraining order to stop his wife from accessing his money, but she's already firing back. In new court documents obtained by TMZ, BRC claims his estranged wife, FireRose, put 37 unauthorized charges onto his business American Express card between May 23rd and June 7th, totaling a whopping $96,960 or $986. Y'all, Cyrus claims FireRose overcharged the account without his knowledge, adding he never gave her access to the cards or his accounts in general, pointing to the fact they did not file a joint tax return as alleged proof. In Touch Weekly first reported Billy Ray is asking a judge to approve an emergency motion to prevent FireRose from accessing his financial accounts and to reimburse him for the unauthorized charges. But like we said, FireRose has offered up an explanation in her own court documents and calls BS. From her point of view, FireRose claims there's no emergency in the situation and insists Billy's mistaken about what she had access to and when, claiming she's been allowed to use his credit card since she moved in with him in 2022, adding she was never confined to a limit. By the way, y'all, I'm kind of like, oh, I wonder how this will play out, because when you're married, like, don't you get access to that? And aren't you allowed to get that money? Do you know what I mean? In fact, FireRose claims she's only maintained her already established lifestyle, and she should be allowed to continue using his money for her personal and household expenses, as well as attorney fees while they're married. That right there is so messy, but I just think it's so crazy that he obviously, you know, well, I guess technically Tish filed for divorce, but apparently they were separated for 2 whole years. And I think that he married FireRose extremely fast, and I think it's so crazy that he's already getting a divorce and it's turning out to be really messy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and read the part about Miley Cyrus right here, because I did see this. I knew for a while that Miley Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus didn't speak to each other. He did make a post onto his social media a while back. I want to say this was maybe about a month and a half ago. He posted a picture of him and baby Miley, and he said right here, one of my best memories ever at CMA Fest back when it was fanfare. That's Miley Cyrus and me surrounded by thousands of incredible fans at the fairgrounds. The next day, someone handed me this picture, and I wrote that poem right then on the bus. I'm incredibly proud of her. She's a survivor and a true artist. She learned early on to love and appreciate the fans who make everything possible. We both cherish the connection we have with our fans and are grateful for every single one of you. Hope you have a great Friday. Now rock the country. Which I thought was a little bit bizarre of the timing, because if you guys did not see, she won her first Grammy and she low-key threw shade at Billy Ray Cyrus because obviously she's feeling some type of way about him. But let's go ahead and read this article right here from TMZ, because she did do kind of like a podcast with, I think it's David Letterman, and she opened up a little bit about the family situation. So it says, Miley Cyrus' complicated relationship with her dad Billy Ray was on full display in her recent sit-down with David Letterman, as she took subtle shots at the Cyrus patriarch. The singer discussed her family dynamic on the latest episode of Netflix My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, where she noted the good and bad traits she got from her pops, and she didn't hold back on what she considers the ugly side of herself. While Miley credited Billy Ray for her perspective on life, she also blamed him for her narcissism, citing her selfishness in childhood as an example. She added, "I don't know anything about my own siblings except for the part that I was doing." First of all, I think it's so crazy that she says that she doesn't really know anything about her siblings, because y'all, before on social media, she made it seem like her and Noah were like super close. But this, I mean, this was like a few years ago, but still, I always thought they had a close connection. So I think that's crazy. I was moving to LA to star on Hannah Montana, and that's all I really knew. I guess during that time, obviously, Hannah Montana blew up and she was living over here, as they were, I think they were living in like Tennessee, I want to say. So obviously she was living her separate life and probably had a closer connection to her dad during this time, because he was also on the show. So I could understand how that could happen. This remark came after Miley praised her mom, Tish Cyrus, as her hero, noting she was the one who really raised her. I think that's so bizarre because, like I said, Billy Ray Cyrus was on Hannah Montana, so I kind of thought that, like, obviously he would be there the most. Now, it wasn't all negative towards Billy Ray, as Miley acknowledged his really rough childhood and how his fame helped lead the way for her success. Which, by the way, you know what's so crazy is I had read for years and years and years that Billy Ray Cyrus pretty much wrote all of her hits. Like, not all of her hits, but like a lot of her big hits, which I thought, I don't know, I just always thought that they had a really good connection. And seeing throughout all this drama, I'm like, I don't know if she's just throwing shade or like what the tea really is, because honestly, I, as an outsider, thought they had a good relationship, but it turns out not. But it does seem now things are going to start getting a little bit better, because I don't know if you guys had seen, Billy Ray Cyrus had made that post, and apparently she started following him back on social media, which hadn't been that way in a long time. Also, things are looking up for Noah Cyrus and Tish Cyrus, because Noah did follow her mom back on social media, so hopefully things do get resolved. I just have to say, though, overall, this whole entire family I'm so interested in, and I feel like they're obviously way too famous to be on a reality show. Well, I guess the Kardashians obviously did grow up on social media, or like blow up on social media. Well, I guess it's different for them, because what I was thinking is, like, everyone was saying it was weird before when Mariah Carey came out with a reality show with E. They were like, no, she's way too famous for a reality show. And then I was like, oh, but then think about the Kardashians. But then I'm like, wait, they got their start from reality TV, so obviously it is a little bit different. I don't know, y'all. I'm just really curious to know behind the scenes, because I feel like there is so many details that we don't know, and this drama is crazy. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.